environment anywhere in college basketball tonight. Our fans had to show up and look out there and not see Anthony, not see Mustafa. They stayed. We did what we had to do. We had to get off to a good start. We had to hit him in the mouth early. Our zone defense was really effective tonight. Just felt like with 7, we couldn't extend defensively in our man-to-man. Avery's an NBA coach, so he knows how to take advantage of matchups. And it's hard to take advantage of matchups going up against zone. I thought that I've been telling you that the only thing holding Chuma Kiki back is me. He can play. He really stepped up. So did Davion in the second half. I understand why Charles Barkley loves Jared Harper. I do too. I told you he's going to be worth the price of admission, and he's even exceeded my expectations. He was in control of that game tonight. He controlled that game tonight. Malik Dunbar, getting his first start with 14 and 7, and just a tremendous team effort. And one that, if we can win this championship, I think will be pretty darn historical.
With Harper beyond kind of what he does for the stat sheet, as Tony sets for the team, keeping them calm and keeping them focused, how much has he improved with that from last year, and just how important is he?
He's improved a lot from last year. Watch tape, getting ready for each opponent. Just unbelievable, the difference between his maturity, his running, his knowledge, his defense. He makes plays defensively. He just doesn't get overwhelmed. Now, at Alabama, he didn't play as well, and he struggled mightily against South Carolina, but we put that game in a rearview mirror real quickly, and coaches did a phenomenal job. Chad Pruitt at the scout. He's had Alabama for the last couple of years, and did a wonderful job with the preparation.
Chris, what were you thinking that 7-minute span midway through the second half when Chuma just takes over and scores all 13 in the second half?
Coaches kept on saying, "Get him the ball," and we were kind of waiting to see what matchups, because they was changing matchups, and we were able to just sort of decide, looking at who they had guys guarding, and then we went at certain people, and Chuma could do it from the perimeter. He could do it off the pinch post. He did it off the bounce. He was really good in the back breaking pressure. He's terrific. He said, "What does coach want me to do?" He's just, "What do you want me to do?" And he's ready to step up now.
Similar to what I asked him over as a coach, have you been nervous about overloading him? We're at 8 points this year. Or have you been, because you haven't had much of a choice, but
yeah.
As a coach,
Jared Harper said Chuma was the most underrated high school player in the country last year. I said that many times. Overlooked. The biggest compliment I could play Chuma is this: he is good enough and talented enough to start on most teams, but he is not. You wouldn't even guess it. You would not know it. What do you want me to do? How can I help? I'm here to get better. Because so many freshmen come in and they want balloons and they want streamers and they want shots, and my turn. No. But he's ready to step up. He's ready to step up now.
First game talked about +6 in rebound margin and +10 in steals.
Well, we were active in the zone, and one thing about playing zone is it puts 10 eyes on the basketball. When you're in man-to-man, sometimes you run around chasing, you don't see the ball. And so that zone, we were able to keep track of it, get in some passing lanes, and so that was terrific. And not turning the ball over against them. Their best offense is transition offense. They fly, and we did a terrific job of only giving them, we limited them. They still do great in the break, but we limited by not turning. We took care of the ball.
Jared said when he steps out there, he wants to prove that he's not just one of the best point guards in the SEC, but in the country. For him to have this kind of game going up against a guy like Colin Sexton, what's that say about Jared?
Well, I love his confidence. and I love his game. He against South Carolina, and the last time we played Alabama, he wasn't the best point guard on the floor. Tonight he was, and you could see the result. A lot of pressure on Jared. You know, he's got a lot of burden. Break pressure, make plays, make shots, defend, and he was terrific tonight. I love it. I do love his confidence, and he's got great ability. He was the best player on the floor tonight.
Bryce still got his 18 points. Any concern the last 2 games just with the shooting?
He missed a lot of open shots, so he's not 100%, but he's out there playing, and he's dangerous. You gotta account for him. You gotta run him off the line. So having that weapon is really important for spacing. I thought Malik did great, making some shots and gotten some big rebounds. I mean, Mustafa's an important part of this team. Next man up. We don't win without Malik. And Mustafa did everything he could today. He actually came to film this afternoon thinking maybe, but he's been sick for 3 days. So I'm hoping he's better tomorrow. There's no guarantee. A terrible, terrible stomach virus.
Try to quarantine him, considering how fit you are.
It's not a flu thing. It's not a contagious thing. It's a virus, and I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so it's not contagious.
Bruce, to the big picture, I mean, you've not been this short-handed, I don't think, at all here, and I know even in your first year you were far less talented, but you had more bodies. Even with the wins that you had in the first year, some wins between Antoine coming back at Georgia, the tournament wins. How does this? You just ran your rival out of the gym and put up a season-high points with 7 players against them. It's just special. It's special beyond compare. And this team is trying to make history. We got a long way to go, but I can't deny that it's not. What we're seeing is rare. This combination of grit, determination, resiliency, family. It's all right here. And I just know that it's also rubbing off. It's going to rub off on campus. It's going to rub off in the classroom. It's going to rub off with baseball and softball, just like the way the football team rubbed off on us. And so, this is enjoy this, because it doesn't happen very often.
What does it mean to have Charles Barkley out there for the first time tonight? And I think you heard what he was saying about Jared, and he thinks this is the best team he's seen, considering the circumstances that Auburn's ever put on a court.
Yeah, well, it's strong words from a legend and a guy that obviously watches a lot of basketball. I'm glad he's enjoying it, because he's had to put up with, a program that hasn't been as competitive, and he wants it to be competitive. He wants to be in studio when our name's called. That means a lot to him. And I know he and all the other alums are. Marquise Daniels was here. Quintez Robertson, right, was here. Several others. So, but guys, this is not a time to celebrate. This is a time to continue to prepare. We got to find a way to go down to Florida.